everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Rachel Langston and I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. Today we're talking all things print and cut. Now we have made a few videos before about the in and outs of Cricut print and cut and how to use it and how to master it because it is a super simple function of your machine. However, Cricut's beta version has come out with a really great update that we wanted to make sure we include in a new updated version of how to print and cut with your Cricut, and that is a much larger size capacity for your print and cut projects. Now, in all of our past videos, we have mentioned that the size restrictions for print and cut was 6.75 inches by 9.25 inches. Luckily, that is no longer the case, and you can print and cut much larger than that. You can now print and cut a maximum size of 11.7 inches by 16.5 inches, which is much, much larger than the 6.75 by 9.25 inches that we were previously kind of restricted to, which was so sad. So now if you are a Cricut beginner or if you've been Cricuting for years, heads up, this update is hopefully coming live to all of the Cricut Design Spaces that you will be opening on your device. So stay tuned for that. But for right now, it is on the beta version, which by the way, you can switch your canvas in Design Space to the beta version. So you do get kind of not secret access, but you do get those kind of early access little tidbits of updates that Cricut is trying out before they are launched on the live version of Design Space. I will show you how to do that if you want to switch to beta, but this was a long time coming as far as the updates go in Design Space. So we would say that they would be switching over super soon to live because this is just an amazing update. Let's chat about print and cut as a whole. So what is print and cut? Print and cut is the ability for your printer to print out a sheet that you have created from a cut file in Design Space, which then allows your machine to cut that out. So how does that work? How does all this connect together? So what happens is you are in Design Space on your device, whether that be a laptop, a desktop, a tablet, whatever. And you are in Design Space. You create your design, you set it to be a print and cut, and then you, through your machine and the software, you send it to your printer. Now this is an inkjet printer. This is a really good one. It's a Canon Pixma printer. We love them. We've had them for years. Whatever printer you have will do just fine. So we have a printer here. We are going to tell our software in Design Space to print the image that we have created on our canvas. Once that prints out on whatever it is that you choose to print it out on, you can do regular paper, you can do thicker cardstock, you can do printable vinyl, you can do printable heat transfer vinyl. There are so many options for amazing materials that you can use with print and cut. So once you print that out, you will then refer back to your device where you will tell the Cricut to cut out the page that your printer just printed out for you. Now, this is a super, super easy thing to do. I will demonstrate it for you today, so hopefully I can help you if you are a little bit nervous about using print and cut. It's one of the easiest things to do with your Cricut, hands down, so simple. So once that is cut with your Cricut, you're done. You're good to go. You can put it on whatever you want, add it to whatever you want. It's great. Now, if you are a true Cricut beginner and you do not know the difference between a cut file that's intended to be cut and a cut file that's intended to be printed, SVG versus PNG, all that good stuff, we do have some incredible training that is completely free to all members of Oak and Lamb. It is an O&L Cricut Academy course that is everything you need to know to master your machine. So if you are interested in that, we do have an incredible sale going on. Click the link down below, use the code BMIND to grab your membership at a discount of $35 off, which is incredible. And you can gain access to that course, which has so many great things: terminology, in and outs of Design Space, differences in all of the vinyl, how to use all the different vinyls, how to print and cut a video much like this, except way more in depth for you. So if you're looking to master your machine, definitely grab that. We have created several beginner Cricut courses and we've just perfected it every single time. So this one is no different. It's incredible. So definitely grab that. So we're gonna head on over into Design Space, and I'm gonna show you a very simple, very quick tutorial on how to print and cut, because again, it's so easy. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. So let's go ahead and head over to our laptop so you can see the magic happen. Now, before I do wanna mention, you can see here we have a rear loading tray. This is very important for most of the printable materials. If you don't have a printer already, I highly, highly suggest one that has a rear loading tray. I also suggest an inkjet over a laser printer. So we have our cardstock in here. This is like a medium 80-pound cardstock. It's pretty good. Put whatever you want in here. Like I said, printable vinyl, printable heat transfer vinyl, sticker paper, whatever. We're going to be using cardstock, and we also have a mat and a brayer today. Now, this is basically all that you'll need for something as simple as this. Of course, we have our Cricut with our fine point blade. I'm going to go ahead and plug up my Cricut. If you want to do Bluetooth, that's totally fine, up to you. So let's head over, like I mentioned, and we'll share with you all the in and outs of using print and cut. And really quickly, I wanted to show you guys how to switch from live to beta. So if you are here on your canvas, just go right up here to this menu, go down to settings, and right here under general application experience, we are on beta and you will most likely be on live. So if you want to switch that over, it is that easy. This is the cut file we're going to be using today. It is a PNG. Again, there are PNGs and SVGs and several more. However, PNG and SVG are the two most common types of cut files that you will encounter as a Cricut crafter. Again, we do have great training in our membership if you are concerned about the in and outs of this and exactly how it works, or if you are just a Cricut beginner looking to learn really well, really fast, that's for you. But I have this set to 6 inches wide, but let's go ahead and make this huge. And let me go back, check out over here on our layers panel right next to this little hide icon. Let's go ahead and make this huge again. Now we see this caution symbol. Now let's click this caution symbol. Now it used to say image is too large, resize image to be within the limits of 6.75 by 9.25. And thankfully it does not say that anymore. So it says image is too large for 11.7 by 16.5 inches, and in parentheses it says A3, which is like the paper size. It says we have detected that the maximum size for this shape is 14.76 by 10.47 inches. So you can click auto resize or change paper size. Now here is something that you have to know. Just because Design Space can allow you to print this big doesn't mean your printer can do that. Now, what I mean is change paper size. Here you can click A3, okay, to make it huge, but your printer doesn't have that capacity. The most your printer can print that I have here is 11 by 8.5 inches, which is letter size. That's the biggest my printer can print. Now, we do have another printer here in the studio that can print 13 by 19, which is phenomenal. However, for this video today, most of you at home as well are gonna have a standard size printer, which takes paper that is 8.5 by 11 inches. So this is when you go in here and change that paper size, and now you can click done. And here it says the image is too large for 8.5 by 11 inch paper. We have detected that the max size for this shape is 9.26 inches by 6.57 inches. So now that you've changed your paper size so that Design Space knows your printer is a standard size, you simply can click auto resize, and that will go ahead and make the print and cut as large as it can be for your printer, which I particularly love. I love that it goes ahead and helps with that, because Design Space doesn't know that your printer's not big. So you kind of have to tell it that, hey, you know, my printer's not that big, I wish it was. And maybe you guys are grabbing one, maybe you're in the market for one. I will link down below the 19 by 13 printer that we have. It's an Epson. It's a really great printer. We already have one identical to it for sublimation, and we love it. We've been using it. It is a workhorse for sure. So I'll link that down below, as well as all the other things we are creating today. But for this size of print and cut, you can use a standard 12 by 12 mat. And before I click make it, I'm gonna switch from Maker 3 to our Explore 3 and click make it. And here's an issue. we see that this has made our material size big. So we have to go back in here and make our material size letter size. So don't freak out if you do that, because again, out here in Design Space, we know that we've told this our paper size, but once we click make it, this part of Design Space is not gonna know. So we need to switch our material size from this to 8.5 by 11 inches. Perfect. Now we're gonna click continue. Now I'm just gonna click send to printer, and I have it connected to my Epson right now. So I'm gonna switch it to my Canon. Now I'm gonna click use system dialog. Now this will allow us to print in really high quality, and I'll show you how that works. So we're gonna click print, and this might show up behind Design Space. Now I'm just gonna switch my quality from normal to best, switch main tray to print from that rear tray where I have loaded my material, and press print. Okay, now this printed out really well. I do have to say though, it's not exactly true to color. This is more of a like lighter greenish blue, but as far as the print quality, it actually printed really well. Now I do reference Design Space to see where exactly this needs to go on the mat, because it does matter. Direction matters. It is on the mat in a specific spot, so it's actually like this. So always in the top left-hand corner of your mat. And I'm going to use a brayer just to really push it down, because this mat, we like to say, is super well loved. We probably need to clean it or replace it. So I'm just using that brayer to make sure it's well adhered down. And now we'll pop it in our Cricut and allow the sensor to read these little registration lines, and it will allow it to cut out. Now, previously in all of our other print and cut videos, the registration marks was a full black box around the image. That is yet another thing that has been updated with this really cool feature. So now they're just little tick marks, which do a lot of things. It helps the Cricut as well as uses less of your printer ink, which is great all around. So let's go ahead and let the Cricut sense these marks and cut it out. And here's a little free tip for you guys. If you are doing anything like this and you want to check to make sure it is cut all the way through, do not unload your mat and pick up a section of your material and peel it up just to see if that is cut. If you unload your mat, then if it wasn't cut through, you have to basically just trash it and restart. However, if you do this and it's not cut all the way through, all you have to press is your load button once more, and it will make another pass, and you will have a perfect project. And now just remove the excess, and you can remove your creation from your mat, and there it is, a gorgeous large print and cut. What did you think about the print and cut process? I told you it was so easy. Cricuts can be intimidating, but print and cut as a whole is one of the least scary and least intimidating things you can do with your machine. It is so simple. If you have a printer at home, try it today. And we hope that you did enjoy this updated version, because Beta in Design Space did come out with that really great feature to print and cut much larger. So all of our other print and cut videos, while they are still relevant in teaching you the techniques on how to print and cut, we do mention in all of them that there are size restrictions in Design Space. And it is quite a relief to be able to say there are no longer such small size restrictions. So we wanted to make a little updated video for you guys, and hopefully all of you new Cricut owners or Cricut beginners out there can get excited in knowing that if you have a larger printer, you can make larger print and cuts. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, it is completely free and takes only 2 seconds to subscribe to the channel. So click that button and click the notification bell to get notified when more amazing videos like this come out. We absolutely love that you were here to watch this video. If you are a Cricut beginner, we do have an incredible course for Cricut beginners all about using your machine, the in and outs, how to master Design Space, how to know the differences in the vinyl. Everything that you need to know to master your machine is in this course. It is completely free to all members of Oak and Lamb. So if you are interested in becoming a member and gaining access to hundreds of cut files, over 1,000 with free commercial use licensing, a member-only Facebook group, and member-only perks such as that amazing course, Click the link down below. We are running a great sale for Valentine's Day. You can use the code BEMINE, B-E-M-I-N-E at checkout for $35 off your very first year with us. That is an amazing price. So click the link, join today, gain access to all of that goodness, and start your Cricut course to master your machine today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you another day for another video.